Welcome everyone. This is the unboxing for the Wizard's Tower from the Novelmore line, which is a cool kind of King of Thrones type line of toys. And as usual, you get this very cool artwork that's on their boxes. Very well done. These are kind of like pictures that they've enhanced, photographs that they've enhanced. I don't think any of this is drawings. Here's the figures you get with it. It's 135 pieces. It's 7745 is the kit number, because they don't label anything other than the series. It's for 4-year-olds to 10-year-olds, and that is kind of a problem. But they don't give you, it doesn't say Wizard Tower on this. I guess you have to figure that out from the picture, and it can be confusing at times, but one of the problems is that they pack these things really badly. Hear that? So things all kind of bounce around in there. They don't have it fitted properly. They're in plastic bags. They're plastic, so I guess they're saving some money on packaging by doing that, but certainly sounds terrible. This is $108 US for this. So this is a very expensive set, as most of their larger sets are. And in general, Playmobil prices are expensive, which is typical of the outrageous pricing you get from the Germans who think they have something special. Here's the back of the box, and here's the actual setup again. And it shows you a lot of action pictures. And here again, there's that great art that shows that shooting there like it's really something special. Here's the actual tower. And, you know, a lot of their sets have towers in them. So the actual sets that are in this particular series of the Vale are very similar to other sets. They have these towers in many of their sets. I unboxed the Portal the last time that my other video there, and we're gonna so if you want to watch that, check that out. They also have this particular kind of cart. Now all the lines have a cart. All the lines have what are considered an airplane thing. And I have all these and will be unboxing them soon. This is kind of a weird, freaky thing, which kind of attracted me to this line to begin with. This kind of alive plant, which is kind of cool. And of course, they have this particular figure as well. So you have all these things, and as I said, they tend to be repeated in each set, made a little bit different with a little bit of different characters. Here's the side of the box with the different characters that come with the set. Here's the characters that are inside, the usual goofy-headed, freaky, retarded figures that Playmobil puts out. And let's now move this here so that we can show you the actual front of the box. Now this is the basic, not front, or the side of the box, which shows you exactly what you get. Now here's the 3 figures you're going to get. Here's the pictures of all the little accessories. There's 135 pieces with this. And this is what the tower looks assembled. You'll be seeing that in my next video. This just is kind of the first unboxing, which shows you all the parts. So there is this opens kind of like a box. You have to find the front of it. Now the first thing you do is on the sides here, you make sure you cut these so you can open this like a regular box. So each side has these sides on it. You want to make sure that they've been freed up. Then you have this, and it shows scissors here. But generally, you just push this in here. It's not a problem. And then, of course, you push it in, and then you're going to free up the box, and then you can open it up here. Now, you can see how everything is kind of a giant mess here. which I don't quite understand. I mean, they should figure out some sort of way of packaging this stuff so it doesn't fly around in there when you're paying $110 for it. And this is what happens. Look at this. What kind of mess is this? And how unprofessional. But, you know, that's very typically German because they don't really have any kind of engineering abilities. Popular thought is that the Germans are so advanced and how this is advanced. Who throws pieces in here? This looks like a kid's toy box after he's used things. It's insulting when you pay $110 for something. So, let's start pulling some of this stuff out. And as I said, I will assemble this later and then show it to you. There's no reason to sit here and assemble it, but you can look at all the different parts here and see how it comes thrown in a box here. I mean, really. And they did the same thing with the Demon Tower, by the way. It's just a loose box, and when you get something, it's all rolling around in there. I just don't quite understand that. It shows kind of a disrespect for your own products that you haven't packed them right. Don't quite understand it. And it doesn't cost that much, and when you're charging $110 US for something, you should make sure that everything you get is packed properly. Is that too much to ask for? Really? But apparently, it is. So here's all the other things, the towers. We're going to go through all this. Here's the fake flames, which look really cool. There's a package of all the accessories, barrels, other things. Here's one of the figures. This particular figure. And of course we're going to show you all this, take them out of the package. And I'm going to do like I usually do, show it to you assembled. Then I'm going to show you some of the figures and other things. I don't know if people are interested in those or not. It's sad that they are such bad figures and always have been and always will be, just like Lego, who charges you even more than Playmobil for their little sets. And they make the most retarded looking figures out there. So I don't use these figures. As a matter of fact, I probably will have fun demonstrating setting them on fire here or hitting them with a hammer. Just fun toy stuff. And here's the bags of all this kind of stuff. And again, this is kind of meaningless until you actually see it assembled. Here's shields and other things. And, you know, it's got the typical, I mean, the concepts of these are very good, but the execution of a lot of it is still kind of kiddie. You know, these are made for 4 to 10-year-olds. So I'm assuming that's why they don't put all much detail into the art. They make these fantastic box arts, which I don't know if it's art, really. It's a photograph they've enhanced. And they add all these cool features to it. But when they reproduce something within the set, it's kind of done poorly in terms of the artwork itself. And here's a prime example. I mean, this looks kiddie-ish. It's not detailed, no fine lines. There's really no reason for this. This is printed on here, but it's a concept that they're making toys for 4-year-olds. Even though they claim now that 30% of their sales are going to adult collectors like myself. The tower itself is a pretty cool design. Very interesting. And for my special wargaming, conflict attack wargaming, as I like to call it, where you're actually shooting projectiles based in a larger concept of wargaming in general. This is an interesting fort, castle, etc. to have. And again, here's the figures. Here's that other figure. And, you know, the bodies are not too bad, but the heads ruin it. But still, the little fat bodies, little chubby kids. You know, in this day and age when you can make highly articulated figures, and so many people do that, it's kind of, I just don't get it, but I do understand it because I understand the Germans, which means that they don't ever change anything. This was invented based on what are nutcrackers, of the way they design the eyes and so forth. And they're never going to change it. They're going to push their products, and Apparently, they're selling huge amounts of Playmobil stuff that could be close to $1 billion in sales by now. A few years ago, they were up to 580 million, I should say, in sales. Now, worldwide, they may even be. So, their philosophy most likely is, why bother changing? So, this is unboxing number 1, and I'm going to open up this package here and show you the instructions quickly. And I may also have shots of the instructions as well, as part of the videos on the set. I like to cover everything fully so people can see what they're getting, etc.